All right, guys, you know how much I love AJ. He is trusted, he is respected in the DeFi space. Everything that he builds, he intends for them to last for a really, really long time. EMP's been around for over a year, and he's got a brand new project. It's called Levelx. He's working with a guy named Ghost. They're joined with me on this AMA, and I get to walk through this whole brand new project in the DeFi space with them. So make sure if you're looking to add, to your DeFi portfolio, this project might be of interest to you. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy on YouTube asking questions to these developers, trying to make a passive income. That's really what this is all about. And there's a lot of tokenomics involved in these projects. And it's funny because we started with drip on this channel. Drip in, drip out, 1% a day, real simple. But we saw that drip isn't sustainable at the end of the day. So a lot of these devs picked up on some of these tokenomics, and they're working on making these projects a lot more sustainable. And some of the ideas they have in Levelx haven't been done before. So you're going to want to check out this interview. Again, you got a great dev. So if you're investing in the jockey and not just the horse, ain't better than AJ. But the horse is the protocol. And you should check it out. Ask the questions in their Telegram group. It's all going to be linked in the description below. This is not a pump and dump coin. That's not what they're designing here. They're designing this little ecosystem. So yeah, it's interesting. Enjoy the interview and join their Telegram if you have any further questions. All right, with that, here's AJ and Ghost.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
The Fud Farm.
All right, guys, so I have with me, you guys know him, you love him, AJ from EMP.money. He's got a brand new project. He's always working behind the scenes. And we've got an extra guest with us. He goes by the name of Ghost, just to keep it mysterious. So AJ, I'll let you introduce yourself and then introduce your friend here, Ghost. And then we'll
Absolutely,
talk about
brother.
Level X.
Yeah, I love it, Jonathan. Thanks again, brother, for having us back on the channel. As always, much love to you and your whole community. And yeah, we have a very special new sister project that we want to introduce today that has major benefits, not only as a standalone, a project to get into, but also a very beneficial mechanism that helps EMP and X grow. Which again, I'm joined by our co-partner here on launching this token, Ghost. Again, he doesn't show his face, but we've been doxed with each other, and we've looked at all the code. We are really supportive of them and their ecosystem. Ghost has actually been building successful projects longer than we have. They've been in the space for over 2 years. So yeah, Ghost, you want to say hi, brother, and give a little background of who you are, and then we can jump into Level X.
Hey guys, I'm the founder of Growth DeFi, one of the founders. We've been in the space since 2020. As AJ mentioned, we started on the IOST blockchain with a platform called PowerMine. Most of the people that were in that project are still in Growth DeFi today. And it's changed a lot, but they're still here with us supporting, and they're believers in what we do. And we've been building innovative and interesting passive income projects for the past couple of years. And, we have all those people to testify to that, and they're still here. So, obviously we're on the right track, I think. So.
Absolutely, yeah. And we were, again, to give a little more background before we jump in, Growth DeFi has been a partner with EMP for pretty much 8 months now, almost since the very beginning of EMP. They, through their platform, they had a large investment into EMP, protocol to protocol, and again, not only developed an amazing yield for their platform through EMP, but also, had a vested interest in EMP succeeding. So we've been brainstorming over the last few months on how to even further that relationship. We launched the Cultivator, which is our second detonator as a service with Growth DeFi, and the Cultivator, based on APR, that is actually the most successful detonator as a service contract to date. So that goes to show, the power of the growth XGrow token. Again, that's what it uses, XGrow BNB LP in that cultivator contract. So that goes to show the sustainability of their token. And again, continually adding funds into that pool to make that successful. So my point is that we've worked together again. Hand in hand, and not only are we excited for what we've already done, but now we're really excited for the future in Levelx. And so
Yeah.
this is a token that will help both protocols as well.
All right, let's get into talking about Levelx. That's why you're here. This is the white paper. You guys can see they had a pre-seed round, right? And that was in around January 26th. So are you guys, so this hasn't launched yet. So people that like to get in early on projects, are they still early on this?
Yeah, 100%. So, and I'll let Ghost fill in the gaps. But yeah, so there was a seed round. It was purposely, kept somewhat hush hush. It was public. I mean, we didn't have any gatekeeping, but we allowed a lot of our OGs and people that both support EMP and XRO and have proven themselves as good actors. They were able to get into the seed round early, and we've had, or the seed round period, and we've had great success with that because that basically develops a floor price where, we're not going to see people dumping, and 100% of the seed round will go towards adding initial liquidity. So this token is going to launch with about $200,000 of liquidity, which is massive. So yeah, again, that was done. We raised about 200K. That ended about 2 days ago. But now we're preparing for the public launch on January 7th. So
And
yeah,
that's where you get into, is this a fair launch? And so you're launching a brand new coin, guys. It's LVLX. It's on the Binance Smart Chain. So tell me, why the heck would I want to buy LVLX?
all right, Ghost, go ahead, bro. I'll let you handle that one.
Well, first of all, LVLX it rebases every 15 minutes. So it rebases 96 times a day. That's the basic foundation of the coin.
Yeah, let me
You get,
interrupt you real fast, Ghost. So
yeah,
again, Ghost just said rebase, and so a lot of you, I'm sure, said, "What, a rebase token? No, no."
PTSD,
So
PTSD,
yeah,
I'm out.
exactly, bro. So again, this is really important, and again, why I'm gonna interrupt you, Ghost, that we really, and Ghost will get into this as well, but we feel like we have actually solved the potential issues that we've seen in every rebase token through the gamification of these levels. So again, Ghost is going to go into that, but definitely don't, turn the video off right now because you hear rebase. This is very, very innovative, and it could be a complete game changer in terms of those economics. So yeah, go ahead, Ghost.
yeah. So what we've done, to my knowledge, hasn't been done before. So it's very innovative in that reason. So it starts off as a rebase. That's kind of like the initial attraction to kind of pull people in that don't even know anything about it. So every 15 minutes, you get more Levelx to your wallet. Now, here's where it gets interesting. There's a base amount of Levelx that's paid out to holders that are holding 10,000 or more. However, as you increase levels, the higher level you have, the more rebases and rewards you're going to get compared to people who don't increase levels. You increase levels you can burn 10,000 Levelx, that automatically takes you up a level. You can, every week, you get an automatic level increase if you have not sold. Okay. If you do sell Levelx, you decrease a level. And also, AJ, we just added this since yesterday as well. Before it was you can't go under one level. Now what we've done is we kind of looked at the issue of people selling in the first week or on launch. We had some people raise that issue, and we came up with a solution for that. So what we did is everybody starts at one. However, if you sell on launch or in that first week or anytime really, you can decrease a third down to 0. So there are 3 levels from 1 to 0. So if you sell 3 times, you're down to 0 and you're getting no rebases and rewards. Okay. So that's something new that we've added. All right. So what that does is it solves the issue of people selling, a bunch of times between the day one, and the first level increase a week later.
Yeah, these are
So
all
you can't
great
excel.
ideas. These are the ideas I wish, the OG drip had, not,
Yeah.
I don't think drip would be where it's at today under 50 cents if there were certain, functions
Protections.
like this. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, all of this is designed to create big green candles, and that's what's going to happen because we're literally disincentivizing selling, and we've made it more profitable to hold the coin than to sell. Because okay, we just talked about the Levelx, right? So let's go a step further. It's also a reflections token. So by utilizing the fees charged, there's a 10% buy-in and a 15% sell tax. Okay, these are kind of high, but these are utilized in a very good way because 2% of the buy tax automatically goes to add liquidity. 4% of that buy tax buys EMP, 4% buys XGROW, both flagship tokens from our ecosystems. Half of those bought tokens are instantly reflected back to our treasuries. So they're essentially taken out of circulation. So that makes this very beneficial to both ecosystems. Upon sell, the tax is higher. So that's disincentivizing a little more. So you got 3% that's auto added to liquidity, 6% buys EMP, 6% buys GROW. Once again, half of those are reflected back to our treasuries and essentially taken out of circulation. So you're not only receiving every 15 minutes, you're not only receiving Levelx, you're receiving XGROW, and you're receiving EMP. So that is a pretty good reason to buy. Now, there's going to be a lot of burning in the beginning and all throughout the life of the coin. It's designed to be deflationary over time, which is a real departure from rebasing tokens. Most of these coins end up with massive inflation and they go out of control like Seifu, and it's untenable and they have to swap to another coin.
Right.
Well, with this, we're literally planning for the burn address to be the biggest whale of the ecosystem, and it will be getting rebases. It gets Levelx, it'll get GROW, and it'll get EMP. So over time, as people burn Levelx to level up to get more of the reward, this thing is going to grow and get bigger and bigger until at some point there's going to be a tipping point where it is holding more supply or a commensurate amount as everyone else in the ecosystem, and it starts to just gobble up all that excess inflation. So.
And
Yeah,
when you say
great
that,
overview.
when you say the token supply is 500 million, is that where we're starting? Can it?
Correct. That's an initial supply. We don't exactly know exactly how everything's going to behave and exactly how much commerce we're going to get with this coin. I mean, this thing could launch and just be like the biggest thing ever and just explode. And the next thing you know, we need billions of coins just to pay the rebases. You know what I mean? Or it could be something in the middle. We're just not sure yet. So we don't want to limit ourselves. The supply has a set expansion every 15 minutes. Okay, 0.2323%. So that amount is minted, and then out of that minted amount every 15 minutes, think of it as a farming pool. People with levels, okay, they get a higher percentage of the rewards, and people obviously with tokens over 10,000, they also get the rebases, but people with higher levels get more of that lion's share of the available expansion every 15 minutes. So it's going to be advantageous to level up and to burn tokens to do so. So you're going to see a lot of burning, a lot of holding, because if you sell, you decrease the level. And if you sell too much from level 1, which everybody starts at, you get no rewards. If you sell 3 times from level 1, you're all of a sudden at 0 and you're getting nothing.
So like
rewards. So
how often do you imagine is the ideal amount to sell? Like not the amount, but like when to sell? Is it once a week, twice a week?
Well, here's the thing. The fruits of all of this are not just Levelx that you could sell. You have EMP and XGROW. So you could sell some of that, and there's no penalty for doing that at all. I mean, that's a totally separate reward that you're claiming on the UI from holding the coin.
A
So
lot
you
of
don't even necessarily have to sell your level X on the first day or the first week or the first month or ever, because
right.
you essentially have an ongoing passive income stream that's generating these other two tokens and giving you more level X with which to generate even more of those tokens as you continue. So
Yeah.
that's the idea, is to create a coin that is more, there is more upside to holding than there is to selling.
Yeah, I think the name should be Levelx, comma, EMP, comma,
Yeah.
growth.
Yeah,
Because
growth, X growth.
because
Yeah,
your
totally.
X growth,
Yeah.
because you, unlike drip you earn drip in, drip out. This is level X in, level X out, and X grow out and EMP out. And you're saying you can keep your level X, you could maybe sell once a week, whatever, but EMP and X grow, you're not penalized to take that and sell that.
Totally. And
That's correct.
and just to elaborate on that a little bit too, Ghost. I mean, obviously, and EMP is a little bit different because we're a pegged token. We try to educate our community that they're able to actually yield more by not selling the native asset and using that to build their position in our farms. And that's the same mentality that Xro has as well. So again, the richest people in the world, Jonathan, and I know you know this, but the richest people in the world, they make their money on yield producing assets. They never touch their principal. They live on what they're able to generate through their businesses or through, again, yield producing assets. And so we have that exact same mentality at both EMP and at Xgrow, where you're actually able to make more money going into these protocols with the rewards that you're getting to then profit through other aspects in the protocol. So
Mhm.
again, and even worst case scenario, like Joe said, even if everybody were to sell their EMP and their escrow from the reflex, because half of the rewards go to our treasuries, it's still a net positive effect on both tokens. Meaning, all this is going to do is add continual buying pressure to EMP and to escrow.
Right. Well, let's talk about then, if people are interested. You've already raised 200,000, which is pretty remarkable. It launches February 7th. This is your website. I'll put it in the link in the description. You don't have a referral system for this, do you?
No referral system as of now.
Okay, that's good. So it doesn't add pressure on, having to create more coins to pay for referrals. So I'll just put
Right.
the website in this. And then walk us through this website, Growth DeFi. Is this the Level X, like this is what the homepage is going to look like, or is this for pre-sale?
That was mostly set up for the pre-sale. We'll have a box on there with that'll be basically, you'll be interacting with PancakeSwap, and the slippages and everything will be preset, so you won't have to worry about doing any of that. So if people want to interact right from our UI, they'll be able to do that, or they can just go on Pancake and enter in the manual amounts, the slippages there. So they could do either one, but yeah, it'll probably change a little bit from now until launch.
Okay.
For
So
sure, and there'll be a leaderboard as well, Jonathan. So
yeah, I
you'll
saw
be able
that.
to see, yeah,
Always.
yep, you'll be able to see the level because again, and just to clarify, not only are you eligible for these rewards through rebates and reflex, you have to have a minimum of 10,000 level X, but it's also your level is essentially a multiplier on the rewards that you're able to get divided by the overall pool. So in other words, again, Ghost can probably do a better job explaining from a math perspective. But if you had, 10,000 tokens, but you had, say you're a level 10, you're actually getting 10 times the credit for what you're holding. And so then that is applied to the overall reward distribution. So there will be this gamification, where people are competing for higher levels because then they're getting a larger portion of the share. But the only way to get a higher level is to burn level X. So again, that's where I said earlier, we really feel like and kudos to to Ghost. I mean, they were the real spearheads behind the economics here. We just came in and made sure, everything looked good. We are on the multi-sig as well. EMP is, so there'll be no funny business behind the scenes. And yeah, I mean, I just could not be more excited for not only diversifying into Levelx as a separate way to earn, but what it will do for both ecosystems as well.
Right. So right here is where I would come and say, if you want to put in a BNB or any coin, and then you can transfer it, you'll get your Levelx, you click swap. And then do I need to stake it, or is it automatically staked?
No, you won't have to stake anything. Just hold in your wallet. The UI will basically be where you'll come to interact to claim.
Right here.
Okay, you'll have to claim all three. Yeah, you'll have to claim all three tokens. Yep, all where it says rewards.
Yep.
And it'll show your position. We're going to add some stuff to this page. We're going to add a calculator to basically, you can put in any level and you can basically see what your rewards would be, that sort of thing.
Okay.
And so that incentivizes people to go ahead and level up. We've gone to great pains to make the levels very significant in this whole platform, because that's basically what makes the platform, right? It's the novel thing about this. It's the innovation, is the levels themselves. So the levels are very important here. So leveling up is extremely important if you want to get a lot of returns from this platform.
And leveling up, you only do that by burning or adding new capital?
You can level up by either not selling, okay, and automatically getting a level increase once a week.
Not
You can
selling
level up by
LVLX. I can sell X growing clan and
Yes.
EMP, right? Okay.
100% correct. That's right. Yeah. If you can sell, you can do anything you want with both of those, including making even more profit with those, with all the other turnkey things we have set up, like the VDCs, like the farming, like the DOS. We got homes that are ready to go for these coins already, for people that want to just continue earning more yield and compound. They don't even have to sell, but they can if they want. You have the freedom to do a lot of different things with this setup.
So
Totally.
with this LVLX estimated APY, I imagine this will change as things get going, right?
Yes, that number will be changing, and it'll probably be a lot higher, actually, to be honest. This was a very low ball estimate, and it needs updating, and it will be before launch, and it'll be higher, actually. Yeah.
What about these tabs on the side? Do I need to concern myself with these?
Yeah, so that's a good segue into. I know you probably can't see Ghost, so yeah, I'll help you out, brother. Yeah, he's talking
Okay.
about the other parts of the ecosystem. So like Ghost just kind of touched on a little bit, we will be having some major utility on Level X right out of the gate. So this is another really bullish part of this partnership, is not only do we get access to the detonator code, so there will be a detonator version, a detonator as a service for Levelx itself. But we also will have another contract on the growth DeFi platform called a VDC, or Virtual Deposit Contract. And again, both of these things will be launched within hopefully the first month of the protocol being live. The VDC and the farms on the growth DeFi side, they'll be live within the first few days. So you want to go over the VDC real fast, Ghost, and then I'll talk a little bit more about Detonator as a service.
Yeah, the VDC stands for Virtual Deposit Contract. It's a long-term passive income play. You can deposit your Levelx there and receive more Levelx daily by doing so. It has in and out fees. Part of those fees go to the drip pool, which pays out 1% of its balance daily. You have two sides to it. So one side is kind of a conservative side. It has 11% in and out fees. The volatile side, we call it, has 33% in and out fees. The majority of that goes to the drip pool. So 30% will go to the drip pool.
What do you mean the drip pool? Like, are we talking about Forex Sharks drip?
No. We're talking about like our own drip pool. Like we coined the term long before drip even existed.
Yeah,
This is basically a pool
we got clarification on that.
Yeah, yeah, it has nothing to do with any of that. We're not involved in their ecosystem at all.
Okay.
It just means that as daily percentage paid out of that balance that's in that pool daily to stakers.
So,
It just kind of drips out, basically.
but break it down. So, I mean, if I just want to get into LVLX, and I just want to own the tokens, I can just play it
Yeah.
that way. This is in addition.
Oh, absolutely. In addition, yeah, you have all these other options that you can do, but you don't have to.
So this is LVLX, guys. This is the tab. You buy it here. When can you buy it, by the way?
February 7th, 11
At
Eastern.
11 Eastern. Okay. And then once I start earning my LVLX, plus I'm earning escrow and EMP, you're saying there's an additional function that you can use called EMP VDC, right?
That's right. Yeah, you can take your EMP and you can deposit it in the EMP VDC. You can also pair it with BNB and you can deposit it into the detonator. You can deposit it into our farms. You can do a lot of different things with it. So
okay, because
there's options
on the
on both
EMP
ecosystems.
on the EMP website, is there anywhere that I can deposit straight up EMP?
Yeah, so we don't have a single staking farm as of now, but you're able to actually pair it up with ETH and earn either through detonator or through the farm. So
Right.
again, it becomes a price appreciating or not. It becomes a yield producing asset. So again, even now, well, if you go to the farm, Jonathan, and we just updated our eShare token, so the farm is actually paying really well at the moment. So if you scroll down a little bit more, so you take your EMP, you can zap it into that farm right there, and the daily APR is about 0.18%, so almost 0.2% daily, with actually accumulating actual Ethereum, and Ethereum has been on a run. So again, the back to the point earlier, can you sell your rewards, both EMP and escrow from Levelx? Absolutely. But the smart money will use those rewards to make even more profit through, again, these both ecosystems. So
Right.
a lot of people, may not even be involved in EMP or escrow. This is a great way to get involved and get exposure to both ecosystems essentially for free, because it's through what you're yielding or earning, just like you would buy a miner. You have the upfront costs. Level X is basically, a miner that produces X row and EMP. So yeah, again, and that's just an analogy. There's not actually mining going on, but
Well,
yeah,
like for
totally.
me, I have a bunch of EMP just sitting in my wallet, and now I can just stake my EMP right here by clicking approve max EMP, right?
Well, there is an EMP VDC, right, Growth? I mean, we
Yes, there is.
Ghost. Yeah, so yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's also an EMP eShare VDC. You can deposit. On the where you see the diamond on the Growth DeFi site.
On the left side, there you go. Yep, the diamond.
Yeah, you see the service and scroll down EMP VDC.
EMP VDC.
Yep, that's what we're on.
Yeah, so you just click on that, come right there with your EMP, approve stake, deposit your EMP, and then sit back and collect.
So that would be a great way to put it. And yeah, again, you're gonna get hit with some taxes. This whole ecosystem revolves around taxes, but the benefit of those taxes is how we're able to actually offer, the APRs that there are. So yeah, and again too, just to clarify, part of the taxes for Level X will go to continually adding liquidity to the token. So we're big on liquidity. Again, that's been why EMP has been so successful. Even to today, we still have over $1 million of liquidity in both tokens. EMP is actually much more. But my point is that typically with rebase tokens or any project really, it's all dashboard money. Where if you go to cash out, with low liquidity, you're not actually able to see those gains. Well, again, through our seed round and through the taxes, the liquidity should only deepen over time and become more and more attractive to larger investors and people that may want to get in and out of the token overall. So
And what about Xgrow here? You've got VDC Xgrow, same thing.
Yeah, kind of a similar setup. What's interesting though is we have a yield farm, and that yield farm has a token called XPerps. That token can be used in any of these VDCs to boost your earnings even more. So that's a deflationary aspect we've added for our yield farming token. That also makes it interesting. And then another interesting play, because you can essentially deposit in there and just earn XPerps, and it's very deflationary. It's been live for 4 or 5 months now, and it's still going strong. So
I'm just reading here. You've got mild, wild, and full throttle for these Xgrow bonds, and looking at the different APRs here. So
yeah, that's another really cool thing, and why I was always impressed with the Growth DeFi community is they have options for all risk tolerance.
I
So
know
again,
there's so
if
much
you want to
here.
go, if you want to go full degen, and have like 40% taxes, you can do that, but the yield could be incredible. So yeah, absolutely.
There's just so much. So guys, take your time and walk through this. They have a video on their site here. There's a lot of things you can do with your coins. You don't have to just claim and sell. How long has EMP been up and running, AJ?
Yeah, brother, we just celebrated our 1 year anniversary on January 17th. So that was amazing. Again, a milestone in any DeFi project. Our peg is down. We can do a whole nother AMA on what we have coming. We're in the process of developing what we are now public about. It's called EMP Fusion, and it's been what we've alluded to for a few months now as the final form, and that will have a dramatic impact on not only getting back to peg but maintaining peg long term. And again, growth is a heavy investor in EMP as well, so we all have a vested interest in all of this succeeding. And yeah, man, we have a lot on the horizon, and even a lot with Levelx too. I know, again, to drop some alpha here at the end. Not only is the yield farm, the VDC, and the detonator as a service happening, but Ghost, you wanna maybe give a little alpha on what we have coming for Levelx as well after that?
yeah, absolutely. So we've got a casino coming in quarter 2. So if the farming, the VDC, and the detonator as a service that are all baked in aren't enough, we're planning and building. We're strategizing right now to come out with a full-fledged casino for the coin that utilizes the coin. So, and not only that, we're also looking at a possible blockchain after that. So we've got our set sight really, really high for this coin. The launch is only the beginning, and it's really gonna, we've got high hopes for what we've got planned.
Awesome. So there you go, guys. You've got, you start here at the top tab and you swap and you get your LX. Sorry, what is the name of the?
Yep,
LVLX.
LVX. Yep, LVLX. It's in,
What?
so that's that swapper page. You gotta go to the pre-sale, Jonathan. It's not live yet. So yeah, there it is. Nope, a little more down, Level X. One more.
There
Yep,
you go.
there you go, buy Level X. There it
Yeah,
is.
so you
Yep,
start here, and then this is how you start earning these 3 coins, and then you start using the other tabs to stake them, use bonds, whatever your risk level is. And again, if these things last like EMP last over a year, then you're looking pretty good. The taxation is probably the thing that people don't like the most, but that's why you kind of have to stick around enough to earn more than what you're being taxed, obviously.
totally. Yeah, 100%. And this is not a pump and dump token. Again, if you're gonna get in, you gotta have more of a long-term mindset and actually, be in it to yield rather than to try to just swing trade. So that's all part of the game theory
Yeah.
as well. And again, I mean, everything that we outlined, I think that we've really, solved a lot of potential issues that we've seen in other rebase tokens. And yeah, I mean, it is a game. It is an experiment. At the end of the day, it's only beneficial to both EMP and escrow, and hopefully everybody that gets involved. And we have very talented teams behind the project, so I'm sure that
Yeah.
we'll be able to continue to add utility to Levelx. And I'm not going anywhere again. EMP is still my #1 focus, but now with the sister project, again, spreading the load between two very talented communities, we see some really great results.
So if people have more questions, because it is kind of, there's a lot going on in that website. Everybody's probably feeling like that syllabus shock you feel in college on the first day. You're like, there's just too much going on. Well, if you have more questions, what's the best way to get a hold of you guys or your admins?
For us,
Go
you
ahead,
just
Ghost.
jump in our Telegram chat for Levelx.
Okay.
Which you should have right there. We have a dedicated team of people that'll answer any questions you have. We have all sorts of documentation. We have videos, tutorials, and anything you need to know, we'll be happy to help. And I know AJ has the same.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. Again, we've spearheaded, the education front of DeFi. So we have our own EMP Academy, and again, all this will be eventually added to our YouTube. Again, we have a large YouTube page with a ton of resources that will also be updating with Levelx info.
Yeah, cool, man. Yeah, AJ and his team are really building a huge ecosystem here, guys. So check it out. If it's if you're in DeFi, AJ is one of the more trusted guys, and his projects, they stick around. So, if you want to add this as part of your whole DeFi risk capital, you go right ahead. I appreciate them coming on, answering all these questions, walking us through their new project. So the big date that you need to put in your phone right now is February 7th at 11. So that's when you're going to want to get in. And so good luck, AJ and Ghost. I wish nothing but the best for you guys, and thanks for coming on the channel. I really appreciate it.
All right, thanks, brother. You got it. We'll see you soon.
See ya.